So, apparently, most people start crocheting with a granny square. Me, I opened a chart, picked up a thread, and dove headfirst into filet crochet because apparently I said no thank you to easy mode. If you've ever planned to make a cute project for yourself and somehow ended up crocheting one for your aunt, your neighbor, your dog's vet, and your mailman, and your dog's aunts, uncles, cats, dogs, sisters, mothers, cousin. Yeah, we are already besties. What was your first crochet project? Was it something sensible, or did you go rogue like I did? Hey, crochet friends, I'm Mo, your crochet companion, and today I'm pulling back the curtain on my messy, rebellious, slightly unhinged crochet journey. Because if you've ever felt like you're doing this whole thing out of order, that's good. That just means you're creative. My first project was filet crochet. Yep, I looked at those little boxes on a chart and I said, let's go. Because the harder the pattern or stitch, the more I was game. If it looked like it might break my spirit, I was already winding the yarn. I wanted to make a table runner. Did I make it? Nope. And did I make 4 others and gift them away while mine still lives in my mental whip pile? Absolutely. If you're craving something challenging, take the leap. Sometimes the too hard stuff is what actually sticks. Now, I used to say I didn't crochet granny square until I filmed that tutorial last year, but here's the truth. I was out here granny squaring hard. I just didn't know that's what I was doing. I was making squares. I was increasing at corners. I was working in the round with clusters, but because it wasn't labeled granny, I didn't think it counted. So when I finally sat down to do an official granny square, I was like, wait a minute, that is what I've been doing this whole time. If you think you've skipped something, maybe you haven't. You might have already mastered the stitch just without the label. Granny? I barely knew her, but apparently we've been hanging out for years. After filet crochet, I fell face first into a doily obsession. Then I crocheted a bedspread with matching pillows from an Afghan pattern in yarn, like a totally normal person, right? Then you have the rock stack that my sister challenged me to create, and these critters. And even though I taught her how to crochet, she beat me on getting this done. Then we have the snowflakes that she also challenged me to do because of the nostalgia. She loved the snowflakes that our grandmother used to crochet for us for our Christmas trees. And so I accepted that challenge and did it for her, just for her, because she's my big sister. I can blame her for everything, right? I'm just teasing. But anyway, so then I became obsessed with crocheting flowers, and I crocheted my mother a whole bouquet of rose flowers because roses are my mother's favorite flower. So if you're just out here following what looks pretty, keep going. I didn't realize it, but I was learning how to structure lace, how to plan layouts, and how to keep my tension steady without turning into a rage frogger. So if you're just out here following what looks pretty, keep going. Your brain is learning even when your hands are just vibing. Fast forward a couple decades. Yes, decades. And I finally took classes on broomstick lace, hairpin lace, Irish lace, and freeform. That was when the doors blew open, and I realized I could take a sketch I'd drawn, grab a clothing pattern, and build a design using thread and sew. Crochet stopped being just a hobby, and it started feeling like art, like I was painting again, but with a hook. So if you're an artist at heart, or crochet feels more than just yarn math, there's a path for that. And it doesn't start with step one. It really actually starts with curiosity. So if your crochet journey is a little all over the place, good. Mine zigged, zagged, looped, unraveled, and got tangled in the vacuum once. I mean, it literally did. But that's how you find your voice. That's how you stop following patterns and start making art. I don't know exactly when I'll start teaching the Irish lace and freeform, but every stitch I share here is a breadcrumb toward that moment. If you want to be ready when it's time, I'll make sure we build that foundation together, step by beautifully messy step. Until next time, follow the stitch that scares you. Crochet like an artist, and happy crocheting.